Hello. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Testing, testing. Hello. Ah, yes, there we go. Hey, all Lagadan. How's it, Tros? How's it? Hope you are well tonight in the group here. Wait, I need to mute that. And where did my chat disappear to? Just refresh here quickly. Browser, what is happened? Hello? What is the browser doing? Help? Ah, okay. Here we go. Now it looks like it's working. Do let me know if there's any issues with streaming, if it's like buffering or lagging or anything. I think my internet is fixed, it seems that way, but I have yet to do a thorough test, so we shall see. Oh, my dude's not in qualifying yet. Look at him go! Stream look good, thank you very much Roadrunner99, welcome to the stream my dude. Appreciate you popping in. Okay, eight viewers watching, I think I can go ahead. Ah, well, no, we're chilling here for a bit. Race only, race, I don't know why for some reason I thought it was like 5 to 9, but it's actually 2 minutes to 9. Evening, everything sounds good. Thank you, Steven. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate. Just let me get the sponsors little list thingy out here. Wait, you can do that in the chat now. Do it in the chat. Wait, let me do it. I have to reach over my keyboard. Does it work? Does it work? No! Yes! There we go! Oh, my guys. Shout out to Kaiden for doing all of this so that I don't have to wrap my head around it all the time. Okay. And with that, good evening everybody. Welcome to the Gran Turismo South Africa Manufacturer Series. We are in round number 6 and I think the final round of the Manufacturer Series before we go into our final showdown, final showdown. Firstly, shout out to all our sponsors. As you can see, they're in the chat. Shout out to our sponsors: Right Recruitment, TGN Racing Simulators, Track Art ZA, Gorilla Garage, Zappa Gaming, Mayfair Gearbox, and Rhinote Utility Zanin. Hey, look at that! So nice, and I can just read it off the damn screen. Okay, they're doing the triple reset right now, and we're going to be seeing the guys going in for their qualifying in a little merry moment. I hope you guys, your evenings are all going well so far. The weekend is on a rapid approach, and it is long weekend for Well, not well for some who has taken off on Monday. I think Tuesday is the public holiday, Heritage Day, and then yeah. Why you sound so why you so lack of the rap? Because I have to be. Imagine I'm like a boring old man that sits with a monotone voice, and I'm joking, Stephen. No, we are all our own brand of lacquer. Don't intertrack. Oops. Okay, so let's go through our drivers list for today. We have got SMP3 Pro, who I think came second in last week's race, or first, second, first. I can't remember the stats. Wait. I can also get it. Give me a second. I think what's the name? Hollywood won the last manufacturer's race. Oh, that was a beautiful view on the camera angle there. Why don't Gran Turismo do more of those rolling cameras? Look at that, so beautiful. Wait, let me just see. Let me look at the things. It seems like it feels like I'm new to this, but I assure you I am not. I'm just got out of my own race. We've got Hollywood that won last week's race, and he is currently sitting in fourth place. Almost goes onto the grass there on the exit of that first corner, which is a very treacherous, daring kind of corner. But yeah, we're all on our flying laps right now over here. Burnsy Boo, good luck. Says good luck, guys. Good luck to pull one, definitely. SMP3 Pro, who is currently running in front of the pack, finished second in our last race. And Ghost Killer Pace, who is sitting all the way down in 11th today, finished third. RRA looking smooth. Thank you very much, Zenith. Thank you for joining. Evening Kennels, thank you for joining in. Hope you guys all having a good night. Hope you guys had good races. And yeah, we're going in on our flying laps here. Let's see, the guys are going to be crossing. Whoa, this M3 goes for a drift and makes it look fantastic. Goes off the racing line though, and settles in behind a VSR Gilara Brain, who is going to be the first one to pass the line. Hey there, gents, go 9BR from Yasin Ibrahim. Good job. Let's go, 9BR. Gilara setting a 15.9 at the moment. Superman is sick. Oh, well, there we go. The laps are coming in. Let's give it a moment. We've got GTSA setting a 15.3. Hollywood with a 15.7. Gilara with a 15.9. Superman with a 16.0. Pumpkin Patch with a 16.2. That sort of feels like a penalty lap, which is not. But either way, SMP didn't have a good lap and he's already improving. As he goes on to his second lap, he is in the slipstream of Gilara Brain, so maybe he's going to be using that to his advantage. But it also could slow him down towards the end of the lap. We shall see how it goes. Fluffy Butt was in the pits there, but OJJDS coming through now on his out lap. He's starting on the medium or hard tires, but we shall see as we go into our full race. 14 drivers on the track tonight. One is missing, and I'm not sure who. I think it might be Steve. No, Steve is there. Pumpkin Patch, Steel, Kennel, Steve. OJ, RBS is in. Jin Ali, GTRSA, Supermani, who's missing? Who am I missing here? It's gonna be so apparent when it actually happens. Are we 14 out of 15? Anyway. Join our Discord. Here we go. We have our own Discord channel as well. If you would like to join us, keep up with the news, check out our races, other like marketplaces, and a whole array of things that we do as this Gran Turismo community. Okay, so now people are settling in. Hollywood is very close behind. Superman is sitting in 8th. There's a bit of a tow going on here. What's gonna happen? Manny does seem to have a little bit of lag on his side, and Hollywood just slows down the slide, but there's a big flurry of cars here. Gilara Brain, SMP, and who else? Hollywood and Superman are all close in tow with each other. But it is currently Superman on the grass there as he exits that long right-hander, because I saw the left wheels go off. Don't forget to, I keep forgetting this. Yeah? Thank you, Stream Elements. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell to watch Hollywood spin out. Not all the time, but maybe some of the time. We have had our fair share of spins in crashes and things. Matt John, good evening all. Good evening to you, Matt. Hope you're having a good evening as well. Hope you guys are all having a good evening. 18 watching on the logs here, and yeah, we got about 4.5 more minutes of qualifying. Hollywood does go in. A few people are in the pits right now, changing to a fresh set of tires. Hollywood is repairing his rear bumper damage there. GTRSA is still moving. He's got a fresh set of soft tires, so we're still going to see improvements, possible improvements. Ghost Killer Pace not having the greatest time in the Nissan Silvia, but it does look good, that's for sure. Yeah, of course. We are Pace Motorsport in the house. Good evening, Kendall. How are you doing? Hope you had a good race. RBS going up to the top of the logs here with a fantastic 15-0. For reference, Revitius was in Pool 2 tonight, and he set a staggering 1 minute 14.674 thereabouts in qualifying. Somewhere around, I think 14.5, 14.6. So yeah, he is solid. Same with Richard, who didn't make the race in Pool 2 as well. But Levitius had a cruise, so yeah, he was chilling. Okay, Hollywood has done a 15.2 for the time being. We'll still see maybe another 2 or 3 laps, two more laps by these guys. Most of the drivers on track. Someone else will just exiting the pits now. Or entering the pits, sorry. And just chilling. P2 in the Audi TT, fantastic drive there. That Audi must have been flying on those straights. Steve is on the grass, and is he gonna rejoin? He's looking and rejoins safely on track. Very nice. No beverages tonight for Gila. He's having coffee. You're having coffee rather. We'll see. Gilada has been having a little bit of a blunder few races, but we'll see if he can bring it back later on. Dig RBS delivery, yes, for sure. Let's have a look at them, by the way. Goodbye race, Captain Slow. Oh man, it's a tribute to our Gran Tour. Oh, and if you guys don't know, Gran Tour has aired their final episode. Diddly squat team, that's Clarkson's farm, not the Gran Tour. But anyway, that's a very beautiful livery, and a tribute to the trio that is Richard Hammond, Jeremy Clarkson, and James May for giving us an excellent 2 decades and more of absolute wonderful car content, and just the simple amazing chemistry between the trio. They are the trio of the car entertainment industry, and the RBS is here to show it, dominating the timing blocks at the moment. 0.15 seconds ahead of Hollywood and the rest of the pack. GTRSA, oh, Jacques is setting a lap that is 1,000th of a second faster than Hollywood. Amazing run there from SBR Jacques. Dark Horse is GTRSA 9BR. Nah, not really. By his recent drives, and he's 2 tenths up in the first sector. He does have a good slipstream going. So let's see if he can put it to good use as the lap goes on. Fluffy Butt does go 2,000 faster than RBS, taking the lead of the qualifying here. We'll see, can it happen? Can GTRSA break that speed record under the slipstream of a very fast Supra in front of him by Super Manny? And we'll see what the Pace Boys can do here. Pumpkin Patch, PBR, 9BR, PBR, I forgot they are PBR, Pegasus Boys. So we'll see through the chicane, and GTRSA had a little step on the brakes there, slightly going to the exit there. Gets a bit of a bad exit, but can he make it? No, 15.7, so lost a lot of time towards the end of that lap there. Goes into the pits. A couple of guys are in the pits now. Fluffy Butt probably going to have a wonderful time. He hasn't even run for a pit stop, and this is where this Alfa Romeo 4C can shine, because of the almost non-existence of tire wear on this car. So he doesn't even have to worry about running a fast lap. He's just going to be running so many laps on the softs, and as we say it, 1 minute 14.567, absolutely dominating the rest of the field there. Unbelievable lap from Kev or Fluffy Butt here. Half a second ahead of second place with RBS GT. And what a qualifying, what an end to a qualifying that is. So starting our lineup: Fluffy Butt, RBS, Jockey, Hollywood, GTRSA, Gilara, Ghost Killer, Pumpkin Patch, SMP3, Supermanny, Yasteel, Junali, Steve, and OJDS to make up the final places of our grid tonight. 5 lights, and we are underway. Fluffy Butt starting in second gear. Oh, and that's already throwing all his efforts in qualifying out the window. A few cars go right ahead. We're going to go on to the third person view here for a second. Turn 1, looking behind. No one goes off the course just yet. No one in front goes off course. And Fluffy Butt goes from first to fifth before the first corner. A very annoying start there to him for him, but he's going to have to make it all up. And as we go to the rest of our pack, a little bit of grass flying up there, a little bit of dust. And Yasteel, is it Supermanny? A couple of guys to make up the backpack there. It's Junali and Steve. Had a bit of a moment there at the start of the lap. But OJJ following Supermanny, following Yasteel, SMP3 in 9th, Ghost Killer in 8th, Pumpkin Patch in 7th, Galara 6th, Scavar, Fluffy Butt 5th, GTRSA 4th, Hollywood in 3rd, Jockey is chasing down RBS for 1st position at the moment. Downside of a manual shifter is you forget it's in gear. No, I don't even think Fluffy Butt uses a shifter, because that wouldn't. I don't even think the shifter makes any difference for Group 4. RBS going on the grass there on the chicane, and starting the second lap is Jock in the lead. Hollywood following very close by. What's going to happen into corner 1? Someone's going into the pits already. I went up by 2 clicks by mistake. And Hollywood now nearly side by side with the RBS. But that Mercedes is going nicely. And look, as we go down our car list. Oh, that was a beautiful little show of camera work there. Ghost Killer is in. He's in and out of the pits onto soft tires. So he's going to be running a long stint on softs and a long stint on mediums. He started on the hard tires, I think. Either that or he got damaged, I don't know. It doesn't look like there's any damage. But so what I see, there's a yellow flag, and that is Steve. Steve has gone off on the grass. He's made that sit in the lawnmower. And on the rapid approach is Ghost Killer. He's going to see Steve in his sights there. Fortunately, no damage for Steve yet, but a very, very tough first lap for him. Ghost Killer and Junali on Ghost Killer on softs, Junali on mediums. So I wonder what's going to happen on the strategies. Jockey pulling out a 1.3 second lead already. This McLaren is extremely fast on this track, and he is pushing it. Jockey is making the most out of the soft tires at the moment. RPS is on hards, just by the way. So he's going to be slowing down the rest of the pack and making them very annoyed, but all to his advantage. GTRSA on the mediums, Fluffy Butt on the softs, SMP on the mediums, Gilara on the mediums, Pumpkin Patch on the mediums. They're still on the racing hards, Superman on the racing hards. OJ into the wall, just coming out of an exit now, front bumper and front right tire damage. And he is on the hards currently, so he'll want to get rid of that. An unfortunate place to start off with damage very early in the lap. Ghost Killer is following closely behind Steve there. And John Ali is way back. I wonder what happened there. A Jock pulling away already, a 2.8 second lead. And Hollywood has it all to make up now. GTR is very close on Hollywood's tail in the Porsche. Porsche versus Supra. Fluffy Butt also gets ahead of RBS, and there's a whole lot of cars coming through. Gilara Brain, Pumpkin Patch, Yasteel, Supermanny. A whole lot of them close by, close contention for this Pool 1 race here tonight. Fluffy Butt now. Will there be any changes? Hollywood goes onto the grass. Comes back, he is slowed down. Someone does go into the pit. RBS, he definitely does. With that damage, he didn't lose too much of time, but it's enough to change the whole dynamic of the race. Fluffy Butt getting really close, sliding towards that first corner. Woodcote corner? I don't know the corner names of this track at all. I don't like this track, and I don't like the Group 4 car that I have. So, yeah, it's a very unique track. Jacques already sitting a 15.4 as the fastest lap currently. SMP3 Pro is stuck in traffic, so can't show his full pace right as it is right now. But we got a 4-way battle for second place here in Hollywood, GTRSA, Fluffy Butt, and someone in the wall. What happened there? That's Gilara. Gilara not having a good start. Fortunately, has not engine damage. Looks like he went on the grass and went for a dramatic slide there. Not good also for Gilara here. Going all the way down to 9th place with damage. So he's probably going to be coming in soon. Sooner if not later. Steve still ahead of Ghost Killer here. Ghost Killer not having fun with the Nissan Silvia here. RBS currently in 12th, John Ali in 13th, OJ in 14th, and he has gone to the pits for a set of medium tires. Jacques 3.2 while they're fighting for second place here. Jacques is going on to extend that lead, but GTRSA is starting to close the lead as we speak here. The McLaren should have the straight line speed over the Porsche, but the Porsche has the better cornering. But that's so we will see. Fluffy Butt following close behind, SMP3 right behind him as well. Pumpkin Patch just a slide 1 second, 1.1 seconds, and closing the gap down a little bit. He's going to be waiting for the guys in front to be fighting and battling it out as that gap comes down. Hollywood goes down to 6th place after that little scuffle with the dirty tires. Superman now right on Hollywood's tail there. Killer Brain now in 8th. Steve in 9th and 10th. Comes Ghost Killer. RBS in 11th, Junali 12th. Yastiel does go to pit on lap 4 from his hards, going towards the medium tires now. And the medium tires are going to be make up the most of this race. You can run easily between 18 to 20 laps on the medium tires. So he's in it for the long haul right now. Same with OJ. Jacques now keeping that gap stable at 3 seconds, but look at the amount of cars flooding behind there. Fluffy Butt and SMP in close contention. Half a second between GTRSA, SMP and GTRSA there. Jacques for the win. SBR Jacques for the win. Let's hope. He hasn't got a win this season so far, but he's gotten close. So he just has to keep up this fantastic pace that he's running right now, and then he could see himself up on the top steps of the podium tonight. Fluffy Butt and GTRSA very close there together. Look at this. This is an excellent battle. Side all the way to the side, and Fluffy Butt does go off. He tries to go late on the brakes, but goes too far, and on the grass, on the slick tires, you become an Alfa Romeo lawnmower. And now he's going to be under pressure from Superman, who is going to have the better speed, and the Supra is much faster in the straight line. So will he go for it? He goes on the inside, on the grass. Fluffy Butt pushes him off, gives him the big squeeze, but he gets the position anyway. So let's see what's going to happen going in towards the near end of the final section here. Manshell is on hard. Superman, he is on the harder tires. So Fluffy Butt is going to get a little tap from Gilara as well. And Superman, he does go into the pits. I think he's done his work there for the other pace boys to hold Fluffy Butt up just a little bit. Ghost Killer still trying to fight over the Citroen. RBS closing the gap now. It's 2.8 seconds. 4 seconds to Junali. And Superman, he comes out just about 4 seconds behind as well. Onto the soft tires goes Superman. So he's going to run a show with the soft stand and finish off on the mediums. You're still running the medium tires, going to finish on the softs. And same with OJJDS. We'll see if the pace boys will be able to bring it up a notch towards the end. Gap from first to second still at 3 seconds. GTRSA now fighting with SMP3. The two Porsche battles going down here. The Martini versus the PBR. Who can hear Fluffy Butt swearing? Everybody. The whole community knows that Fluffy Butt is a fluky butt right now. Oh, that was terrible, but it's there. Pumpkin Bash gets just nicking the grass there for a moment, losing out a little bit of time. He's now out of the slipstream, whereas SMP is right back in it. A very close battle here for second place. Happy birthday to Revs. Happy birthday to Fluffy Butt for yesterday. Happy birthday to the man. He's coming in. He's showing us some flair in many ways, and went off on the grass to show it, just to have a little picnic set up there. But VSR Gilara now in 7th place, 4 seconds ahead of Steve and Ghost Killer. The Sitton is a really fast car in a straight line, it seems. But you will see Ghost Killer, they're really saving up the rear tires there and nicking the fronts a little bit more. RBS 3 seconds. The gap doesn't seem to be going down much between Ghost Killer and RBS just yet. And you'll see RBS is in clear air, so he might be able to fight back as Ghost Killer and Steve keep fighting for battles, fighting for position. The 3 boys, Space Boys making up the bottom 3. Jun Ali in 11th, and the time has gone down to 1.4 seconds and closing. So it looks like Jockey made an early mistake on lap 9, on the beginning of lap 9 here, and now we have a second between first and second and third. So GTRSA is going to be pushing now. His current fastest lap is a 15.2 set by GTRSA on this previous lap on the medium tires. So we know these guys are just going to get faster. They're almost the exact same tire wear between SMP and GTRSA. And Pumpkin Patch. Softs are reaching its limits. Where are our soft runners? Not at all. The softs, okay, well, not for Fluffy Butt. Steve running the soft. He hasn't gone for a put. Oh wait, he put on lap 1, I think. Yeah, lap 1 to 2. It looks like he put. No, that is a little blunder at the start. So the soft tires can easily run like 12 to 14 laps hereabouts. So they still have a good amount of grip in it on this track with the current settings here. Now RBS GT still holding that gap at around 3 seconds. 4.5 seconds now to Jun Ali. 3.6 to Superman, 4.4 to Yasteel. And OJ still 12 seconds behind here. Thanks for I completely fumbled my words there. Thanks for subscribing, Charlotte Eva. Welcome to the group, welcome to the community. We know you here very often, but there you go. You got a nice little shout out from Stream Elements there. Sharky now falling down into the clutches of GTRSA now. GTRSA just getting faster over time, Jockey getting slower over time. Whew. Sorry about that. On the medium tires, the softs are gonna be slowing down a slight bit. But I told you what GTRSA. No, this man is real. At this point, he's in real contention for the win, without the likes of Levitius and Richard to give the rest of the group hell. Jockey does go in on the soft tires on lap 10. SMP now nearly side by side. They are side by side going into corner 1. And SMP3 lets off just a little bit. GTRSA does take the lead of the race. But they're going to have to do their pit stop a little bit later. Half a tank of fuel. So we'll see maybe a pit stop on lap 20. Thereabouts. We'll see. They're probably going to go onto the soft tires and finish off on a 1 lap sprint on hard tires. But we'll see. Sort those words out, Rev. Yeah, I tried. Woofles in P3. What do you mean woofles? Pumpkin Patch is not doing too bad here. He's 1.4 seconds off the running for first and second. Enjoying judging the commentary tonight. He always judges me. I've been reading this manufacturer's commentary since it kicked off. But yeah, the banter is great. Very close in contention between first and second here. Is there going to be a move into the chicane? That would be dangerous, but no. These guys are smarter than that. Pumpkin Patch making up third. Hollywood 2 seconds behind in fourth. Jacques now 13 seconds behind. Never Rav the boss. Well, technically you're the boss, Stephen. I'm just here to ramble, which is what I do best. Steve now in 6th place, 1.5 seconds behind Jacques. Does he go into the pits? Yes, he does. End of lap 11. Ghost Killer now goes ahead onto lap 12. RBS is now 0.8 seconds behind. It looks like just that whittling down of the last few laps has gotten that gap all the way down. And is he in the slipstream? Yes, no, maybe yes. He will be. That AMG power seems to be a much better, much faster than the Sylvia. I couldn't get to the name there. So we'll see if RBS is going to go for a move pretty soon. Pumpkin Patch, Woofles was a character. Pumpkin Patch might have been before my time, or it's just something that I never watched as a kid. And now, whoa, SMP3 goes for a spin as we check through. Does he get damage? He just keeps it out of the barriers and gets back underway. So an unfortunate slide there. Looks like under heavy braking that Porsche just got a little bit squirrely and SMP couldn't keep it on the track. Tried to save it, counter steered a bit too hard and sent him spinning. So now down to P4, losing, I won't say a mere, but 6 seconds, 7 seconds to GTSA there, trying to push hard. SMP in a 9BR sandwich, not anymore. It's a 9BR or PBR 1-2. GTSA is going to have to change his name there. A 1-2 for Team PBR here, something that you don't see often, but it is a very, very welcome occurrence here. Cav or Hollywood trying to catch up slowly but surely, whittles down the gap in the straights, but their Porsche supremacy with cornering is just on another level right now. SMP3 Pro he is already starting to whittle down the gap. He's racing with anger right now. Anger is his fuel, and he's increasing the gap to SPR Jacques, who is running the hard tires at the moment. 1.7 seconds separates Jacques from Ghost Killer and RBS. And 0.4 separates the two of them. So a battle for 6 going on here at the moment. Jun Ali in 8th currently. 1.5 seconds ahead of Superman, who does seem to be clawing back the space here and there. And we'll see, will he manage to do it? He is on the softer tires though, so he's clawing back little by little. But Jun Ali, being the tire whisperer that he is, he's going to be going extra long on these. Sound like a dirt rally co-driver. Ghost Killer Pace is now in on the soft tires, going on to, let's see, he's going to be fueling up for a little bit. They're still with just under half a tank of fuel, 1.2 seconds ahead of Kev or Steve here, who is making up a little bit of time onto Yastiel despite being on the harder tires. I think Yastiel is probably just biding his time and trying to save tires, go for as long as he can on the medium so that he can make the softs work and push to the end. And we'll see maybe a battle for 9th in the works here. Galaro Brain down in 12th, which is a rare occurrence as well. And I heard tires squealing. There we go. It's Fluffy Butt all the way at the bottom of the grid right now. P9BR is P9BR. That's a lot of letters. P9BR GTSA. This man with the letters again. We got Pumpkin Patch now falling slightly behind GTRSA there. 3.5 seconds to the lead. And I think Pumpkin Patch's goal here is to keep Hollywood from catching up to his teammates. So he'll probably try and hold him up as the gap closes down to 1.2 seconds from Hollywood to Pumpkin Patch. And closing fast. Hollywood drifting pretty much around the curb there. Just going towards under a second now. The tire wear is pretty much the same. Hollywood does have a little bit more fuel than Pumpkin Patch, so we'll be able to run an extra lap based off that little bar. SMP3, 3 seconds behind Hollywood, so the gap is not closing down completely, but it is. He'll be whittling it down little by little. Jacques now falling into the 14-second range. RBS right on his tail, 0.35 seconds separate the two of them. That McLaren does have the straight line speed, so even in the slipstream, that gap is only slightly closing. Hollywood actually does go in. He has damage. Ah, that's terrible. He might have nicked the chicane on the exit there, or on the entryway. We'll see. Now he's gonna shift to another set of tires. Well, we see the gap now 3.8 seconds, 3.9 seconds to Pumpkin Patch, and increasing. SMP3 3.6 seconds behind Pumpkin Patch there. RBS now 15 seconds, but that's about a pit stop, and Fluffy Butt is on the grass. Fluffy Butt is on the grass, and he's just pretty much left his rig. Man has left his rig. Oh no, he's back. It's Fluffy Butt spun out, and he is questioning his life right now. So out comes OJ in the 11th, and Fluffy is just gonna be cruising now for the rest of the race. Unfortunate circumstance for Fluffy Butt, as he was running one of the fastest lap times of anyone on track here, with an immense qualifying, but a terrible start, and this is just ending off his race. I think it is the harshness of corner number 1 that could send your whoa, Fluffy Butt goes off again. And Kilara gets very close. I think he's just given up. I think he literally just licked the stamp and sent it. Fluffy Butt not having a good time. I think that's gonna be the exit there, as I said it. Unfortunately for Fluffy Butt, man is swearing. We'll see him in the chats in a moment, guys. Don't worry about it. Kilara Brain now in 12th position, and with front bumper damage. It looks like also might have nicked the chicane or anything. I don't think he knocked into Fluffy Butt, because the car might have been ghosted. But Steve, anyway, 2 seconds behind Kilara Brain at the moment. GTRSA running away with it at the moment, 4.2 seconds ahead of Pumpkin Patch, his teammate in 2nd place. And we'll see, do they come in for the pits? Talking about driving with a birthday Bobby. GTRSA goes for another lap. Does Pumpkin Patch go in? No, he doesn't. He goes on for another lap. That is crazy. SMP going also for another lap. He could go for another 3 maybe. But we shall see. They still have their 2 sets of tires to go. RBS now trying to make up the gap as well. 4th place currently sitting 15 seconds behind SMB3 Pro, and that is about the time of a pit stop on this track. So if SMP goes into the pits, RBS might come out ahead of him. But we shall see. He's going to have to pit again anyway, RBS. So we'll see how much of a difference that will make in the runnings. Hollywood on fresh hard tires. Man, he's just running these softs all the way to its end. John Ali now heading away. That the gap did come down from John Ali to Supermani. Or was there an overtake? I can't even remember. Kendall Mauer, it happened. The St. Mary's corner for you to pray to her to make it through. Yeah, I guess Fluffy Butt's prayers weren't answered tonight. Supermani coming around in 6th place currently, and still making the softs work as dead as they are. He is still managing to hold off Hollywood there. GTRSA is in the pits, and Pumpkin Patch surely follows, and SMP3 does go for another lap. We'll see, is the overcut gonna work? What tires do these guys go to? What do the Pegasus boys do? And will RBS come out ahead? He will come out ahead of Pumpkin Patch. There comes GTRSA onto the soft tires. It's going to be a close contention. But ahead goes and through goes RBS to take 2nd place onto the 1st corner. But now he's going to be in the slipstream of GTRSA on fresh softs versus worn mediums. And that gap is going to be almost non-existent in a few corners. He's going to try and hold up GTRSA as much as he can for his own benefit. And that in turn will help SMP Pro. Sip of water there. Pumpkin Patch 0.5 seconds ahead of John Ali. So John Ali could not take advantage of the pit stop, but he is running a different race. Hollywood now in 6th place on the hard tires. I wonder how long he's going to run. Most of the guys run the hard tires for maybe some I've seen run it for 1 lap, some I've seen it run for a lot. I've seen it run it for 2, a few of them run it for 3 laps, a few of them run it for 4. And in comes SMP3 to change to his tires, and GTR is very close to RBS right there. exiting the final chicane. Some close racing here for second place. SMP3 does not get the rush, but RBS does to take the official lead of the race. But he's going to have to pit very soon as well. So we'll see. All of these guys now have one more pit stop to make. Hollywood is going to be on his final stop. GTRSA trying to get ahead, but AMG Power proves powerful. So GTRSA now being held back by RBS here. And that's going to play right into SMP3 Pro's hands. We'll see when the final pit stop comes through. Is it going to make a difference? Because GTRSA is being held up immensely on these fresh to soft tires, and he's being forced to use them side by side going into this corner here. Sticks, if you would help me out, but isn't able to commit to it, and he's checking RBS now into the slipstream of GTRSA goes into the slipstream of RBS goes GTRSA. You see the letters, man. The letters are throwing me off here. And there are 4 seconds ahead. You can see them in the distance fighting. GTRSA has no way to get by the AMG at the moment. Onto the grass, and in goes RBS GT. So now finally GTRSA can drive his drive. And you can see that's basically lost him about a second and a half to pumpkin patch on the soft tires. So we'll see how much that affects the race, especially when it comes to SMP. But he's also on the fresh and soft tires, and the overcut did not work. RBS now onto the soft tires to the end. Ghost Killer now coming up to the rest of the pack. So we'll see maybe a fight. It's fresh soft. This is slightly used mediums. So I don't know if Ghost Killer will be able to reply on the other drivers. But we'll see towards the end. These medium tires last much longer than the softs. So maybe if RBS pushes too much, he might see a bit more tire wear towards the end of the race, which could cause Ghost Killer to catch up. Jacques is now dropping to 7th place on fresher medium tires. I think he's also ending the race on the mediums here, by the looks of it. Yes, he was in for hards earlier, so unfortunately the strategy did not pay off for him, running the softs early and the harder tires late. But now we've got Hollywood in 8th place, 4 seconds behind SPR Jacques there, currently on the soft tires, so the gap might close down rapidly. As we see OJJDS on the medium tires ahead of Supermanny, who is on fresher mediums and has no more stops to make for this race. 10th place, 9th place. Are we going to see team orders? I doubt that, because OJ is going to go into the pits at the end of this lap. Hopefully he doesn't impede his fellow teammate too much. And ahead goes and through goes Supermanny into 9th position. Steve and Yasteel now on the brink of a battle here. Yasteel on the softs, Steve on the mediums. So we'll see now, does Yasteel have the confidence to attack Steve? And all in the while, Kilara having a terrible, unlikely race for him. All the way at the back of the pack with front bumper and front left tire damage. And he seems to be just driving with it. I don't think it makes sense for him to stop. But at the same time, he's losing a lot of time per lap. OJJDS you can see that gap is already dropping, despite only leaving the pits now. The gap already dropped by almost 3/10. Just by the end of the straight, it's about 3/10. So we'll see what Gilara is going to do towards the end here. 4.7 seconds. The gap just keeps going up once again. 4 seconds from 9B GTRSA to Pumpkin Patch. SMP3 is 4 seconds behind Pumpkin. And June Ali 2 seconds behind SMP. But he has to go down to the pits once again. So RBS now is trying to claw back all the time he can. I don't know if he will have enough to compete with the front runners. But we'll see what he's capable of on the soft tires. Ghost Killer now heading towards a much more lonely race, watching RBS GT increase that gap ever so slightly here and there, and all the while extending the gap from 7th place, which is SPR Jacques. Same cramps as NASCAR with only left turns. Did you guys get a cramp? I actually completely tunnel visioned the race here. Let's see. Will be interesting to see where the leaders come out of the pit stop. Yeah, usually there's only like one or two depending on the places. This pit stop is very short. It's about 15 seconds for let's say 15 to 20 seconds thereabouts, and that's to change tires, to fuel, and not to repair damage, but to fuel up completely. And GTRSA is just showing his strength by leading now 5 seconds, dominating the race. Hollywood with a 14.9, setting the fastest lap of the race currently. And we'll see a 14.963 by GTRSA. So was it 12 hundredths of a second separate the two fastest laps here from our first place runner and our 8th place runner. The Hollywoods must have made more mistakes as the race went on. SMP is now closing the gap towards Pumpkin Patch, and Pumpkin Patch is only going to fend like a lion. This is a Verstappen Perez situation happening here, and SMP3 Pro is like the Hamilton of the scenario. Yeah. Think about this is Abu Dhabi 21 or something like that. P9BR. Yeah, we'll see what Pumpkin Patch will be able to do, because he's seeming very, very fast in that Porsche at the moment. I'm gonna do licenses after this. These guys make me feel inadequate. Right? And out goes Gilara Brain for the first time in this series, being lapped by what is usually his close rivals, battles on track and so on. So the Corvette not looking very fancy for one of the few races in the season so far. I hope there's no Carlos Sainz here tonight. Let's see. Who would be most likely to Sainz? Probably Steve. I mean, we got our fluffy butt already. We got the signature fluffy butt maneuver. You're still not able to make anything against Steve here, and cannot set any fast laps. SMP3 is setting a fast lap with a 114.883. So now showing his true pace, and the gap comes down to 2.3 seconds currently from 3rd to 2nd place. So there might be a battle for the silver medal for tonight's race here. RBS GT still a lonely 16 seconds behind SMP3. And Ghost Killer is just watching that gap extend. 5.7 seconds separates them now. 6 seconds to SPR Jacques. John Ali now ahead of Hollywood, who is on worse tires than John Ali. But I wonder, does John Ali still have to do a stop for the hards? Oh, and John Ali does go off. I wonder if that was a hit. Yes, it was a slight bump from Hollywood towards John Ali, but sportsmanship in play. Hollywood does let him go by. Superman is in 9th, 2.8 seconds, and does go on the grass as well. What is this with this commentators curse, eh? Every time I look at someone, they're like fumbling. But you're still now closer than the previous lap onto Steve, but still not able to make any attack work. OJ having probably the loneliest race of everyone here. 12 seconds behind Yastiel in 11th, and 21 seconds ahead of VSR Gilara Brain here, who is just driving. He's just driving. I'm not having a good time, but maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see him run for fastest lap or something going towards the end of this race here. GTRSA 5.9 seconds, almost 6 seconds ahead of Pumpkin Patch here, and 1.4 seconds separate 2nd and 3rd place here. You can hear that other Porsche. There he is, right in the background. RBS not able to keep up with the pace of the top 3, but is in a relatively comfortable 4th position right now. Tire wear is the same between the mediums of Ghost Killer and the softs of RBS GT, but the softs are going to wear out much faster. So we'll see if that will come into play later on in the race. 5 seconds. The gap is actually closing from Jacques to Ghost Killer. Jun Ali now, because of that tiny little incident, has now lost a few seconds to Jacques. And Hollywood 1.6 seconds behind John Ali there. 6.4 seconds separates Hollywood from Superman, who has front bumper damage, unfortunately. So now Steve is starting to claw back the time and still moving away from Yasteel, despite being on the soft. So Yasteel not having a very comfortable time on the soft tires there as opposed to everyone else. And OJJD is just trying to run. I mean, OJ's lap times are improving. They are still fast. They are pool one quality. It's just the earlier stages of the race. As it goes onto the grass, they're fighting those curbs. You can see the lap times of these pool one guys are all fast. Look at Gilara Brain as well, a 15.2 in the Corvette in the Beninging. RBS could still get to podium, possibly. Because he does not have to pit anymore, and the top three have to pit for hards. I don't think he'll be able to catch GTRSA, but Pumpkin Patch and SMP3 Pro, who was now stuck in a battle, 0.4 seconds separate the two of them. Onto the straight we go. Who wants to go more Goodwood races? No. No. No, I don't like this track. I don't like this track, Steven. It's a good track, but the only thing that's really separating the drivers is strategy. We haven't really seen much overtakes besides the start of the race. Oh, Gelarobrain getting a bit slidey out of the third last corner. And the chicane counts as 2. But through go Pumpkin Patch and SMP3 Pro. Start their third last lap. Third last lap. It's actually a fun race. It's fun to drive around this track, but I don't like it for racing. Because we saw earlier trying to make moves and you either go onto the grass or you send yourself into the wall or you get a reset. Rev, you won't have to be polite. It's not a good track. We want a pre-80s cars 650 pp race. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. And yeah, you can see Gilara is actually keeping up with these the guys in second and third place. So you know his pace is not all down to it. And GTRSA, the top 3 actually. Thus can be where the game actually changes. Because SMP3 goes for another move, but goes on the grass instead, mows the lawn a little bit, and manages to keep it on the track. I don't think he will get a penalty for that. But, oh no, Dirty Tire sends him off the course. And that is not what you want to see. I mean, technically I wasn't wrong. I said this could be where the race changes. But I was going to say for SMP that could now overcut on the hard tires. GTRSA already out of the pits. And RBS now goes ahead of Pumpkin Patch on the hard tires. Two laps to run on these hard tires. Ghost Killer now in 5th. Gap to SPR Jacques is still a decent 6.8 seconds. So Ghost Killer just wants to bring it home in what is a fairly underpowered car on this track. The Porsche seem to be doing extremely well, and SMP, yes, is ahead of GTRSA, and he is pulling away despite being on dirty tires, on worn tires. And we did mention RBS is on the podium ahead of Pumpkin Patch, and that was exactly what I was saying. The fighting between SMP and Pumpkin Patch could put RBS back on the podium. And he has 2 more laps to go. Well, the ending of the second last lap. SMP3 going into the chicane, and this is where he's going to lose out a whole lot of time. So as much as he was faster on the softs going into the final lap, it is now going to be all for naught as GTRSA already overtakes SMP3 going into the final lap. GTRSA, RBS GT, SMP3. Guys, change your names, man. You see what I'm talking about here? 4.5 seconds separate first and second. So look at that. RBS would try and challenge for the lead, but I doubt it's gonna happen on those much worn out soft tires, unless and I told you what GTRSA, I called it. And like I said, this man is already a multi-winner in this season, and so we have no doubts that he is a dark horse. He is not a dark horse. This man has become one of the fastest races in this series, one of the fastest regulars. And I am so proud of this man because he is also from Kimberley. He lives in the same hole that I do. So it's fun to watch. There was a super brew for GTSA pool 1. A super brew? A super brew. What do you mean a super brew? But anyway, rounding that off, GTRSA will come through to win the final race of the Manufacturer Series before the final showdown of the final cars. Some fast races coming out of Kimberley for sure. There's only 2 of them. RBS finishing 4.8 seconds behind Pumpkin Patch with a 2-second deficit over there. SMP does manage to finish 4th with Ghost Killer not too far behind in 5th. Jacques was putting the gap down and separated by less than a second to Jonali in 7th. Cam or Hollywood finishing in 8th position. And Steve almost clawing onto Superman, who has still that front bumper damage. But to no avail, Steve could not get the position, as Justeel also couldn't get anything from the soft tires versus Steve on the mediums. Coming through in 11th. 9th for Superman, 10th for Steve. Justeel in 11th. OJ in 12th. Jorge Talent. Yes indeed. OJ finishes in 12th position. And it's a decent drive after that mistake he made. Consistent lap times. But again, in cars that are not meant to be driving on here. And Gilara finishes our list of runners before Fluffy Butt. What a race. Not many overtakes, but so many close battles. I mean, that's just how it goes in Goodwood. Good battles, good wood, all the wood. Congratulations to Team 9P9BR, as they say. P9BR with GTRSA, and then RBSGT, and then SMP3. Come on. Share the replay. I've saved it already. Just make sure, but do save the replay and share it as well, just in case mine doesn't save again. But we got GTRSA taking the win with a 1:14.963 as his fastest lap. RBS with a 1:15.255. Pumpkin Patch with a 1:15.580. SMP3 Pro setting the fastest lap with a 1:14.883. Ghost Killer Pace with a 1:15.561. Jacques with the McLaren setting a 1:15.442. John Ali 1:15.502. Hollywood a 1:14.951. Superman with a 1:15.901. Steve with a 1:15.687. Justeel with a 1:15.802. OJ with a 1:15.865. Gilara with a 1:15.131. And Fluffy Butt unfortunately couldn't get his fastest lap right out again with a 1:15.962. Everybody within a second. Everybody in this lobby finished just about within a second of each other. Brilliant commentating, Rev. Thanks for keeping us entertained, Rev. I appreciate you guys being here. Have a good evening, guys. Have a good night and have a good weekend ahead. Hope you guys took leave for the Monday. Hope you guys have a good long weekend if you're having one. And if not, enjoy the public holiday on Tuesday. But yeah, I will be heading off. Thanks for the race. Phenomenal. And yeah, that is it. Shout out again to our sponsors. Do the thing. Wait. Let me do the thing. Exclamation point sponsors, just if you wanted to know. They are. Shout out to our sponsors. Right Recruitment, TGN TGN Racing Simulators, Track Art, I'm reading too fast, Track Art ZA, Gorilla Garage, Zappa Gaming, Mayfair Gearbox, and Rhino Utility, Zanin. I need to drink water again. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one. And have a good one. I'm just lost for words. Thanks for joining me as always, and have a good evening. Cheers.